Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and it is January 31st, 2013. And in this short YouTube video, we're going to talk about the best indoor cycling bikes or the best spin bikes for $500 and under. Okay? Now, if you look around this warehouse, this is the Studio Cycles headquarters in Hawthorne, California. It's 15,000 square feet. The biggest names in the fitness industry globally come to this facility, and they are blown away by the size and scope. There are much, much bigger fitness warehouses in the world, and the key word is fitness equipment warehouses. This is an indoor cycling warehouse. Nothing but indoor group cycles. And we keep 400 to 600 bikes in stock here in our warehouse. In this short YouTube video, I want to talk about the best, like I said, the best indoor group cycles under $500. And the truth of the matter is that there really aren't any good indoor group cycles under $500. Okay? It's just, it's a fallacy. What I see online at different websites, mostly used fitness equipment warehouses, are used commercial bikes that have come out of clubs, and they've come out of clubs after years and years and years of intense use and abuse, reactive maintenance, and by the time they come out of the clubs, things are done. I mean, you can put a fork in them. In these used fitness equipment warehouses, and if you watch any of my videos, you've heard me say this before, but they'll use terms like cleaned and serviced or cleaned and inspected. And to the unsuspecting consumer or buyer online, they think, hey, that's the bike in my club for $475. You don't want a bike that's come out of a club that hasn't been completely torn down and rebuilt from the inside out. And you're not going to get that bike for $475. What I do a lot of is I go into clubs here in Southern California where actual brand new indoor cycling clubs buy used bikes from giant, enormous used fitness equipment warehouses here in Southern California. Doesn't matter if they've been repainted or not. They're usually built by monkeys. You could train a monkey to take a bike apart and put it back together again, but if it's not ridden, tuned, dialed, and optimized, you might as well ride a chainsaw, okay? But these companies buy these bikes, and they don't get it. And I get calls from these companies, and they send me into their clubs, and I ride these bikes, and I see right away it's the way it was built, or the lack of rebuilding, or if it was taken apart and put back together again, it was done so without any skill set other than somebody who understands how to screw a nut and a bolt together. Now here's a perfect example. This is a Generation 3 Star Trek Spinner Pro, and by all appearances, this bike looks good. I mean, it looks complete, looks together. Here's a bunch of them here. These came from a local club, 3 years old. This is an absolute perfect candidate for a used fitness equipment company to buy it, wipe it, oil it, and sell it with a 30-day warranty. Okay? This is an absolute perfect example of what I'm talking about. This is a newer generation of bike. So when you're a consumer and you see this, you think, that's the bike I ride in my club. Here's what we do to bikes like this, okay? This is this bike, okay? This is this bike right here. Same bike, torn down to the bare frame, Frames, bases, and cranks sent out, bead blasted, powder coated. Here's a group of these bikes right here that are ready to be rebuilt, okay? Handlebars, seat towers, etc. Every part of these bikes is scrutinized. And I have a pallet here with all the parts. And one of the things that we do, because there are people online now that are painting bikes, but one of the things that we do with our bikes is we do what we call a wrinkle coat finish, okay? This is wrinkle coat. Wrinkle coat is a texture that is super durable, super strong. This is a powder coating technique. And we do, like you see, we do the bases and we do the crank sets. And the bikes are bead blasted and powder coated in the standard factory gray. Although I will be, and here's what the cranks look like when they come off the bike. I don't know if you can see this because the light's not very good in here, but you know, this is just how they get. I mean, I think for most people, most fitness equipment companies, this is a beautiful bike. To me, this bike needs serious work. So that's what we do with our certified pre-owned bikes. And this bike would sell for $750, $800 from our company, but you're going to have new flywheel bearings, new bottom bracket bearings, new resistance pad, new $100 pedals. The bike's going to be completely torn down, and we're going to give you a lifetime warranty on the bike. You have to resist the urge to buy $500 used commercial bikes, especially if you're a club, because the market is fierce. With all the SoulCycle, flywheel, copycats and knockoff companies popping up, there are a lot of choices for riders today. And if you bring a brand new facility with crappy, worn out bikes, I mean, are you kidding me? That's not what you want to do. And if you're a home, a prospective residential client, you want to call me and talk to me, okay? I own the company. I write all the tech manuals. I've taught thousands of classes. I have the only 2 brick and mortar indoor cycling retail stores in the world. I'm probably the single most respected guy in the indoor cycling industry globally, and I command the respect and the attention of the biggest names in the fitness industry in the indoor cycling arena, period. I've been doing this almost 20 years. Here are some phone numbers for you to call if you're a club or a residential client, whether you're buying 1 bike or 50 bikes or 20 bikes. Home office, 888-909-BIKE. Cell phone, 818-470-2204. My office here in Hawthorne, 310-973-BIKE. Okay? And I'm usually in my offices late afternoons and early evenings. I ride and tune every single bike that leaves my company. I process every order. And I talk to every customer, and I've done so for years and years and years. This is the real deal. This is the way you should do it. And just because you have a frame that's been bead blasted and powder coated, because there's fitness equipment companies that, yeah, we have our own painting facility, big deal. I've corrected hundreds of bikes from big giant fitness equipment companies that paint their own bikes. That doesn't mean squat. How about buying refurbished bikes from Studio Cycles and we give you a brand new bike warranty? That's what we do, okay? I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And I want to wish you the best of luck on your road to health and fitness.